Hello everyone, my name is Megan and welcome to my July book haul. So this is late, I know. I don't have my shit together yet. You know, my life is just a bit rocky, a bit shambolic, but we're getting there. So it's very hot, so excuse just the big sweaty glow we have going on. But yeah, let's dive into my haul. I don't really know how many books I have, to be honest. It's now like mid-ish August and I've just done my best to collect the books that I think I hauled in July because I put them all away because I finished reorganising my bookshelves and I needed to know if I had space. So yeah, let me just run through the books that I think I definitely got in July. So book number one is Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater. This is book one in the, is it the Fairy Tale? The Fairy Regency series? Does it have a name? Regency Fairy Tales. Yeah, this is book one in the Regency Fairy Tale series. It is about Theodora, who as a child has something stolen from her by a fairy, and as she grows up she's not quite like everybody else. She doesn't feel things the same way. She can feel emotions with a long tail, but emotions that come in short bursts, no. And she has a cousin, I can't remember the cousin's name, but the cousin brings Theodora along to London for a season in the hopes that she can ask the Lord Sorcier for help to get the rest of Theodora's soul or emotions or whatever back, and it's absolutely fantastic. So I know this is a haul, but I just want you to know that this is amazing and you should definitely pick it up if you want like whimsical, romantic, historical fantasy kind of vibes. It was so good. And when I bought that, I also bought myself some other romances, these ones I haven't read. So I bought A Brush with Love, which has the terrible as seen on TikTok sticker, and this is by Maisie Eddings. This is blurbed by Sarah Huggle, so I picked it up. It's also a blurb by Rachel and Solomon, who are two of my favourite romance writers. So this is about a dental student who crashes into Dan Craig, who is the exact type of dreamy distraction she's trying to avoid. So first year student Dan might not have the same passion that Harper does, but he's smitten, and yeah, I think it's just dental students having a romance, and I've heard nothing but good things about it and I'm excited. I also bought Fake It Till You Bake It by Jamie Wesley. This is a book about, I think, like a contestant in like a Bacheloresque show who turns down the guy, so she becomes like super hated. So when she comes home to lick her wounds, she finds herself working at the newest cupcake bakery alongside the uptight owner. When a reporter mistakenly believes that they're an item, they realise they can use the misunderstanding to their advantage and help the struggling bakery. So it's a fake dating scenario, and yes please, I mean, fake it till you bake it sort of implies fake dating. I'm just a moron. But yeah, excited about this one. I also bought Down Comes the Night by Alison Saft. Why did I buy this now and not wait till October? I don't know, I think I was worried that it was going to come out in paperback. Like if it got published in the UK then maybe this edition would vanish, and I didn't want that. And I've just been seeing a lot of like quotes from A Far Wilder Magic pop up on like Twitter and Instagram and things, and it just reminded me how much I enjoyed that book and how much I want to read more of Alison Saft's writing. So this is ready for when autumn arrives. So this is, I don't know what it's about. It's a snow-drenched romantic fantasy that keeps you racing through the pages long into the night. Oh gosh, this is like fantasy. Like, let me read it and get back to you. I don't know how to surmise this plot. I feel like my brain didn't take in any of the words I just read, so I'm just gonna quickly read through part of it. So Ren's reckless use of magic has cost her everything. She's been dismissed from the Queen's Guard and separated from her best friend, the girl she loves. So when a letter arrives from a reclusive lord asking Ren to come to his estate to cure a servant of a mysterious illness, she seizes the chance to redeem herself. Her patient isn't a servant, but Hal Cavendish, the infamous Rupert of Vesria and her kingdom's sworn enemy, with sinister forces at work. Ren and Hal realise they'll have to join together if they have any hope of saving their kingdoms. All they have is each other and a startling desire that could be their downfall. I mean, so we have like enemies to lovers, weird like fantasy world, love makes monsters of us all. Like, I'm excited for this. And then at Yalk, so this is the Yalk haul now, I bought Ordinary Monsters by J.N. Nero because this is just such a chunky book, and it was £10, so I thought, why the hell not? And it's like beautiful, like stunning. I love the spine as well, like isn't that just amazing? And it came from a place that was giving out these really cute monk and robot stickers. So this is, I believe, like a historical fantasy, so it's set in like a Victorian-y kind of era. Oh, so 1882 north of Edinburgh. Yeah, and there's an institution of crumbling stone where a strange doctor collects orphans. In London, two children with such powers are hunted by a figure of darkness, a man made of smoke. I think I heard Olivia Rizzolatty talking about this recently, and she's like, it's like X-Men but like Victorian magic-y kind of deal, and apparently the audiobook is fantastic, so I'm excited and I picked it up. I also grabbed Mina and the Undead, and I got this one signed by the author, Amy McCall, who was really lovely, very sweet. And this is like set in 1995, and it's for like fans if you like Buffy and like the snappiness of and the wittiness and repartee of like Gilmore Girls, which I do. Someone is replicating New Orleans' most brutal supernatural killings. Mina must discover the truth and prove her sister's innocence before she becomes the victim of another myth. So yeah, very excited. I'll probably pick this up in like October time because yeah, but I'm very much intrigued by vampire stories these days, so excited about this one. Next I picked up The River Has Teeth by Erica Waters. I'm really intrigued by Ghostwood Song by the same author, but they didn't have that, so grabbed this one. Natasha's sister is missing. She'll do anything to find answers, but Della has her own secrets to hide. Natasha is angry and Della has little to lose. So I think this is like, there's magic, but I feel like it's still a contemporary setting. And yeah, isn't this such like an interesting cover? This place makes monsters of us all, but maybe that's what it takes to survive. I love a good like monster theme, you know, like are we monstrous or are we surviving? Like it's a theme I like in a book. I also grabbed Wrath and Mercy by Jessica Rubinkowski. This is the sequel to The Bright and the Pale, which I have the Fairy Leap version of. I think I gave it like 3 stars, but I was intrigued by the ending. The big twist at the end did sort of, you know, hook me. So yeah, I don't really know how to describe this one because it's a sequel. So the Bright and the Pale is about a girl who is from a town where everything turned to ice when she was a child. She's like the only survivor. She's been working with like a group of thieves for a while and thought her best friend was dead. She finds out her best friend is not dead, and in order to see him again and save him, she has to take a group of people to her old town, and things sort of unfold from there. And I'm hoping it's a duology and then it's over with this one and I can just know what happens, because I was intrigued by the ending. Like there was a definite like power shift that I was like, I wonder where this goes. So grabbed it. I got The Song That Moves the Sun by Anna Bright. I will say I have no clue what this is about, but I picked it up because I had the idea of a video where I just read books that are blurred by my favourite authors, and Hafsa Faisal blurred this one, who wrote, well, I can't remember what it's called, We Hunt the Flame. Obviously, Megan, what is wrong with you? And she said that it's a story of yearning and healing with prose that leaps off the page. Trust me, you've never known magic like this. Like, what a nice thing to say. I didn't love The Beholder and The Boundless. I gave them both 3 stars. I didn't think the writing was anything particularly special, but if this has a different writing style, then that's exciting. So the stars chart our births, we choose our fate. An epic play of past and present that comes together in a haunting melody about healing hurt and finding home. Absolutely beautiful. By Hannah Witten said that. I do like Hannah Witten. But yeah, I kind of want to go into this with absolutely no idea what it's about and just see if I can trust my favourite authors. So I grabbed this one. Grabbed Last Chance Books by Kelsey Rodkey. This is, I believe, this is about a girl who works in a bookstore, and then a chain bookstore opens up across the road that this guy works in, and not only does he happen to work in a chain bookstore that's trying to drive them out of business, he happens to also be cute, and like, how dare he? This is a romance between 2 rival bookstore workers, and doesn't that sound adorable? Like, how cute is this cover? And I'm really excited about this author's second book, A Disaster in 3 Acts, and also wrecked by Rachel and Solomon. So yeah, this was my last Yelp purchase. But I did also get a copy of Babel, which is so exciting. Yeah, I happen to be one of the winners of the final copies of Babel. I didn't win the proof, but like, I have a final copy. I thought I'd have to wait until it came out and then they'd send it out, but no, final copy immediately. I'm currently reading it, which is why I only have the dust jacket here. But yeah, this is a dark academia about a guy called Robin who is brought over from Canton as a child, who be sort of trained up to go into the Institute of Translation at Oxford in the Tower of Babel, and magic is formed by translation and using silver, and only certain people have an affinity for it, and it's a critique and an exploration of colonialism and imperialism, and I'm assuming some kind of capitalism, and I'm excited to see where it goes, and I've heard nothing but amazing things and I am so excited about it. And finally we have like book box books. So there is one last book that I did get at Yelp, but it is a book box book. We have The Love Hypothesis by Ellie Hazelwood, which is it's one of like the women in STEM novels, and it's about Olive, who is a PhD candidate and starts fake dating one of her professors. No, a professor in the department, not one of her professors, because that makes it like icky. Because I don't remember the setup actually. Like, why? Because he needs to look good to like the board. I don't know why she does it. What a weird... She does it so that her friends date each other. I don't know. I need to reread this. But yeah, it's a fake dating PhD student professor relationship, and I really enjoyed it when I read it, so I got the pretty Illumicrate edition, and I signed up for Afterlight just in time to get Love on the Brain. Okay, and then other book box books. So first to arrive was The Undertaking of Heart and Mercy by Megan Bannon. This is the adult Fairy Leap box and it's stunning. Like, look at the M pages. We have Pretty Under the Dust Jack. Now we have pretty like embossed foiling. We have more pretty end pages, and this is The House in the Cerulean Sea meets You've Got Mail in this quirky, refreshing fantasy with a rom-com worthy twist. So I don't remember exactly the fantastical elements of this, but I know it's about Hart and Mercy who piss each other off massively, but then they start writing letters to each other and they don't know who the other one is. So I'm looking forward to finding out what the fantastical elements are when I dive in here, but for right now I just need to know that You've Got Mail meets The House in the Cerulean Sea. Like, yes please. And then the young adult fairy loot was The Darkening by Sonia Mara, which has this beautiful foiling, these gorgeous edges. Again, beautiful end pages. Oh, I didn't show you all of the end pages. Some embossing there. It's not embossing, it's foiling. And then more beautiful end pages. So there, again, a brief synopsis because I don't really want to know what it's about. We have a fierce revolution, a desperate prince. Together they will face the storm or be swept away. And that's too many words. So yeah, that's the fairy loot. And the Illumicrate is The Drowned Book by Emily Lord Jones. Oceans will rise, a kingdom will fall. We have edges, we have foiling, and we have stunning under the Just Rocket art, I must say. I don't know if you can see it all, but like, I love it. I love the style of this. Once upon a time, the kingdoms of Wales were rife with magic and conflict. An 18-year-old mare is well acquainted with both. As the last living water diviner, she can manipulate water with magic, a unique elemental power many would kill to possess. Part heist novel, part dark fairy tale, and rich with Welsh legends, Drowned Woods is an ethereal fantasy perfect for fans of Kristen Cashore and Maria V. Snyder. I am fans of both of those people, so that's exciting. And finally, I got the Bridgerton Collection from Illumicrate. So I'm not going to pick them up because they will fall apart, but I will add some like footage of what they look like because they're stunning. So it's 8 books, all set in Regency era England. We have several siblings of the Bridgerton family. So the first book is about Daphne and her like fake dating of the Duke that leads to marriage, and then lots of things go on there. And then we have like enemies to lovers in book 2 with Anthony and Kate. And then one of the so book 3 is like a Cinderella retelling, which was like a weird direction to go in. Book 4 is friends to lovers with Colin and Penelope, and I've not read book 5 onwards, but I have read half of them, so like yay me. And then we just continue to follow the siblings. So you've got Eloise, Hyacinth, Frederick, Gregory. It's not the order of the alphabet, but the siblings are named in order of the alphabet. So yeah, I got those, and I've read 50% of them, which is more than I've, you know, read of some of the special edition collections that I've received. So yeah, that is all of my books. I hope you've enjoyed this not at all informative haul, and I will see you for another video very soon. If you would like to comment on any of this, please do send me a message, let me know how you're doing. Social media is linked down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, that's all folks.